you've decided to do the extra credit for engineering, here's what you're going to receive. This table called raw data. Oh, you're not going to receive, wait a minute. Am I showing you the right one? Yeah, I am. Let me just delete this. Sorry. Here's what you're going to receive. The raw data table just has the data here. A ranking page that literally only has this on it. I'll show you in a minute what it's supposed to do. And a report page that just has this on it. Okay, so you're going to receive that. What I'm going to expect you to have when you're done is something like this. So here's your raw data page. You can see I've made a number of changes there. You might want to look at those carefully. To get full credit, you need to make all of those changes. You will need to create a calculations page. I'm going to go over this in more detail in just a minute. This is probably the bulk of your work is the calculations page. You're going to change the ranking page. You have to do the calculations page first before you can make the rankings page, but here's the trickiest part of this. If I click this clicker, it changes the rankings for heart rate. So you see number 1008 did the best in terms of improving their heart rate. If I click this, it shows the rankings for BMI and shows that this person had the highest improvement in BMI. And then here for LDL. So you can see there are different people ranked depending on what it is. You also notice that's a forever scroll. Over here under the report, those are just listed by ID, so that doesn't have to change. And there's no unit manipulations here. You don't have to change any units. But it has for 1001 what their treatment was, how their BMI improved, how their LDL improved, and how their heart rate improved. And in fact, they actually did worse on their LDL and heart rate. And so that's why it's negative and why it's red. There's conditional formatting on here to pick out the highs and lows of that. This table here uses count if to determine the number of people receiving each kind of treatment. This shows the maximum and minimum values in each of these columns. So for the BMI column, the maximum value you should find there is 30.7, which is highlighted in green, and the minimum is negative 2.5, which is highlighted in red. Any changes that occur in the raw data should reflect over there. So for instance, we've got 1001 had the worst outcome for their LDL. If I go in and change 1001 to make their final LDL be, let's say, 140, then now when I go to the report, I actually see they have the best improvement in LDL. So that is it should all respond to changes in the data. Over here, this is the toughest. Well, this is challenging to make this table. And in fact, all this table does right now, I didn't even show you here, is just pull values from the calculations page. So the calculations page has places in it where this information is being calculated. And here we're just saying, well, take it from the calculations page and display it here. So this page has very few calculations on it. It's literally, well, there's count if over here, and it's using max min over here to pull those values up. But other than that, it's just pulling data from elsewhere. So the report page is fairly easy after you've done your calculations page. Let's talk about the calculations page. I did not give you this. You'll have to create a new page to do calculations on. The sequence of creating these columns was non-linear. I did not do it in the order you see it here. I'll go over that real quick. I made the ID just be a simple equal to the value on the other page. So here is, raw data, B3 is that. I wanted the ID numbers to come over, so over here I just brought over the ID, and then I just copied that down. Similarly, the treatment column, same thing. Just give me the data from the other page. No VLOOKUP necessary, just do that. Everything else on here involves a calculation. So I pulled those two over. The next thing that I did was I created the username. So this username column uses left, it uses lower, which is lowercase, and it uses concatenate to create these usernames. The next thing I had to do, I could not create the password until I had their initial BMI. So I had to calculate their BMI. So this BMI value is calculated from the raw data over here using their height in meters and their initial weight in kilograms. Those two values. So you should look up how to calculate BMI it's really very simple. It's their weight divided by their height squared, as long as it's all in meters and kilograms, which we're only going to work in meters and kilograms on this assignment. So don't worry about converting those. So I calculated their initial BMI. Then I used the description on the handout I gave you to create these passwords. These passwords are based on their first name, as listed over here, their zip code, as listed over here, and on their initial BMI using this table right here. So you're going to be using a VLOOKUP on this table using their initial BMI as a seed value to search by. So that's kind of interesting, and that gives you your password stuff there. So you're going to have to create that password using those calculations. Once you get the initial BMI and the password done, then you can easily calculate the final BMI. That's not particularly hard. And then the percent improvement BMI. Now, the percent improvement BMI, I want all of these percent improvements to be such that a reduction in their values is a positive value. So positive numbers are good, negative numbers are bad. And you want everybody's BMI to drop, you want their LDL to drop, you want their heart rate to drop. So the way that's calculated is you take the initial value that they had, subtract the final value you had from that, take that result and divide it by the initial value, and then display this in percentage with 1 decimal place. You see this is displayed with 1 decimal place. So that's how that column is done. LDL is the same thing. It takes the initial minus the final divided by the initial, displays it as a percentage with 1 decimal place. Heart rate, initial minus final divided by initial, displayed as a percent with 1 decimal place. So this calculates those guys. The next thing I did was I then did ranking. I put that over here to the left, just to the right of the ID, in the third column here. I haven't talked about this first column yet, and I'll get to that in a minute. In the third column here, I put in the BMI ranking. So I ranked these values. So the highest value in that is 30.7. Your third highest value in the BMI column is 24.2%. I'm sorry, no, 15.3%. 15.3%. So I used this column of information to create these rankings. I then used this column of information, the LDLs, to do the LDL rankings. Use this column of information, the heart rate, to do the heart rate rankings. So I've got their ranks here. So now the number 1 rank for BMI is H. Stanford, but he's ranked 15th on LDL improvement and 8th on heart rate improvement. So I did the rankings here based on these. Okay. We use that information later on the ranking page. Calculations. Also, you'll notice on the report page, we have these average percent by treatment. The way that is accomplished is over here. I used an if statement. I'm actually going to show you the if statement that I used. I'm going to click on it here. So what this did is in this column, it only shows values if the treatment that person got is the treatment listed in this cell here. So by typing the word medication here, only those that have medication over here will that value appear. So I'm pulling out the BMI improvement only for those that received medication. A similar thing is written to pull out the LDL for each person and the HER for each person, percentage improvement for the people that get medication. So only those with medication appear over here by using that if statement. Important point. If I go in the raw data and I see that Joe here received diet, and so his numbers are appearing in this line over here under the diet one. This uses an if statement similar to these, okay? But now it's looking only for people who got diet. If I change Joe from diet to medication, these numbers should now appear over here. Let me show you. Let me change Joe blank from diet. Let's say he got medication instead. Now when I come over here, his values are listed in the medication chart, not in the diet table, because of that if statement. I'm going to Control Z that because I really don't want him to be changed in my data. So now that I pulled those out, I can come up here and simply average this column. If I can click on it here, I'll even show you. This is literally just the average of that column. So this tells me the average improvement in BMI for those people receiving medication. This shows me the average improvement of BMI. This cell here would show me the average improvement of BMI for people who received the diet treatment. This shows the average improvement of BMI for people who received exercise. So by making these 3 additional tables that are all very similar, I now have data so in my report I can do this table here. So that table there is all drawn, just the values are sitting on the other page. So you see medication BMI improvement is 8.7 on average. Come over here, medication BMI improvement is 8.7. If I wanted to play with that, let's go back in here. Let's change, let's put Mr. Blank also in the medication. If I do that, when I come over here to my calculations, you'll notice these values have changed. This now says 8.9. If I go Control Z, go back to here, it's 8.7. So he did better on BMI than the average person receiving medication. So he pulled their average up. So if you make any changes in the data, it automatically is reflected everywhere else on the page. Okay? That's what those are about. Now this column. This column is probably one of the trickiest things I did. This will count for very few of a small part of your overall extra credit, but I do want you to give it an attempt because it's a really interesting implementation. What I've done here is if this number here, which is actually drawn from elsewhere, if this number here is a 2, then this looks up that number next to it in this table here. So this is a VLOOKUP. It looks up the number next to it in this table. So it'll give you something on this row. But the column it returns depends on the value of this cell here. So when this is a 2, it's going to give you this value. If this is a 1, it's going to give you this value. If it's a 3, it's going to give you this value. So I have a clicker elsewhere that's changing this number and therefore changing what's in the left-hand column of this table. What that does is it allows me to change how I look up values in this table depending on what that number is. If that number is a 1 and I do a VLOOKUP from this column, then it's going to have these values will be based on the BMI ranking. If this number is 2, these numbers over here will be based on the LDL ranking. This is a 3, these numbers are going to be the HR ranking. And so if I do a VLOOKUP right now on this table from this column, it will look for, say I look for a 1 in here, it'll find the person who did the best on LDL. If this number were a 3, it would look up who did the best on HR. There would be a 1 over here. It'd be actually right, let's see, right here. Would be MC Tong Mao would be the person who did the best on improving their heart rate. So it would be a 1 in this cell here instead of a 20. Now, the reason that's useful is this guy. When I click this clicker here, it changes this to showing the rankings for heart rate. So the number 1 ranked person, and these just have the numbers 1, 2, 3 in here. I didn't look at it. Those are not lookups. This is a VLOOKUP looking for that number in this table, giving me the second column. As you look at that, ID is in the second column. So it's looking for that number in this column. This column changes if I click this. Now the first column of this table is now the BMI rankings. Now the first column in this table is the LDL rankings. So you see the LDL rankings over here. And so my VLOOKUP that I write for this cell only looks for that number in the leftmost column of my calculations page, which which column it displays is based on whether you're looking for ID or treatment or percent improvement. Which percent improvement it displays is also based on this clicker. So this is pretty challenging. The ranking page is probably the most difficult thing to get to do this. There are other ways to do this. But this is the way that I did it. So that as I click this, it changes so click to change outcome displayed. If I click this here, now it's showing the LDL first person's ranking, their ID, that person's medication, that person's percent improvement in LDL. That is not showing their improvement in BMI. If I do this, now it's showing that this person's, the first ranked person for heart rate, what their percent improvement was, what their treatment was, what their ID number is. Percent improvement in heart rate. This is showing you percent improvement in BMI. This is showing percent improvement in LDL. So that's pretty tricky. This is also a forever scroll, you'll notice. So that's pretty tricky too. That's kind of cool. We'll set that up. All right, I think that answers a lot of the more technical questions about how I want this to look. The description that I wrote is also very detailed. It explains things like username and password. It describes what this does, but doesn't go into how you might achieve it. The calculations, again, where these columns are, I put them in these places because it was convenient for me. The only one that really had to be in this place was that one, so that you could look things up according to whatever index was selected by this spinner. That value is actually sitting here. It's a mod value. That number is reflected back over here into this cell. So when you change this clicker, the number here, and I can display it real quick by doing this. Let me change the background to black. So it goes 1, 2, 3. Over here, this is a 3 because this is a 3. Now it's a 1 because this is a 1. The only reason I put this one over here was because it made writing the formula for this column easier by having that number just duplicated on this page. I wasn't having to click back and forth as much. All right. Best of luck. Talk to you later.